There's nothing like being in the green room, and I'm so happy for Robin because there's no green. But we are in the green room. This is where all the magic happens. And, Robin, that sent them your extensive bio, so they've got that. They'll get a chance to read how wonderful you are. But the question they typically have that I always ask starting off every single time is, number one, who is Robin? And number two, what are you up to these days?
Ha. Well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on. I'm so excited to be here. This is awesome. This is so awesome. So who is Robin? You know, I'm just a regular woman who happens to have a love of energy and the universe, and I want to see people happy, right? But what am I up to these days? These days, I am up to working with entrepreneurs and helping keep their businesses as peaceful and chaos free as possible.
I like that. As peaceful and chaos free as possible. Now, for those folks that are tuning in right now, they're watching right now, and they might be wondering, Shay, I love this topic about growing my business. I love this topic about peace and profits, but they may have one question in their mind. They might be like, Shay, are we going to be sitting around singing Kumbaya? Are we going to hold hands and hope magically we close our eyes, click our heels, and everything just goes off somewhere because we have some candle burning? I'm not trying to be funny because a number of my colleagues do that stuff, and that's very, very important to life. I understand that. I'm not making
Yep.
fun. But Robin, can you take a minute? We're in the green room, so it's a fair question. And just let the folks
Yeah.
know, how does this help business owners, and why is this conversation important to someone who's taking time from their family right now?
Well, I tell you, this conversation is important because what happens is a lot of teachers out there will tell you that that's all you have to do. Sit down and say a couple of ohms, say a couple of prayers, and everything will magically happen. But that's only a piece of it. We are part of God, part of the universe, and He can only do for us what He can do through us. So He doesn't have hands down here to write copy, right? Like He dictates it to us. And we're down here doing the boots on the ground work so that He can do His work. So the candles and all that stuff, which I use, you can't see it behind me, but I use it. That's only one part of what we need to do in order to be of service and grow our business and grow our hearts and make our connection with the universe or God, whoever you use, whatever phrase you use for that energy that's larger than you. It's it keeps you grounded, it keeps you present, it keeps you humble.
What I enjoy most about it is that you really have a heart for business owners, and take a moment, and we're in the green room. This is like where the magic really happens. It really is. And they might be wondering, Shay, this is great. Got it. She's going to help us have more profits and more peace. But before she tells us how great she is and all these ideas, why does Robin do what she does? Like, what's her big why? Where does this passion come from? Do you mind sharing with the audience, please?
Ah, I went through. I don't. You're familiar with the phrase "dark night of the soul,"
Yeah.
right? Went through my own and took. And when I came out on the other side, it was like all of a sudden I had these tools that I wanted to share with the world so that they could get through whatever their dark night is at the time. I've always wanted to help people, animals, be of service. And these tools allow me a way to bring that to the people and help them, and they can help themselves. But entrepreneurs specifically, I grew up in an entrepreneurial family,
Mm.
and my dad went from, you know, getting hand-me-downs, right? Never having his own thing, and went through life. And now he's very happily retired in Florida and doesn't have to work another day in his life. So I've also traveled this entrepreneurial path with him. So I understand the fears, and I understand the wishes, and I understand this feeling of I don't believe it's possible because of where I came from. And I'm here to help them see that it's always possible.
It's always possible, ladies and gentlemen. For those folks out there like Ria Gonzalez, who's watching, says, hey, what's going on, by the way? Karen says, hey, what's going on, by the way? What's up, Jonathan? Look, you are in for the treats. Samantha, hold your seats, because in a few minutes, we're going to learn how you can accelerate your business results by having the right energy. And at the end of the day, have more profits and more peace. I know it sounds like an oxymoron, but she said, no, it's possible. You can do this. So we're going to get started in 5. This is my favorite thing. 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Promise I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the happy entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they stay there. And they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win.
Well, it's a great day. My name is Shay Brown, the happy entrepreneur, and welcome to the Happy Entrepreneur Show, the #1 business development and revenue focused late night show in the country, where we're on a mission, by the way. And our mission is to empower. Our mission is to inspire. And our mission is to provide you, that's right, you, the entrepreneur, with all those resources that are necessary to execute that big vision you have for the people you were called to serve. And I always like to say you have 3 visions, by the way. That's right, 3 visions. I believe first you have a vision for yourself. The way that you want to live, the type of home that you want to be in, the food that you want to enjoy. And it takes resources, which means it takes revenue to make that a reality, by the way. And then I believe you have a second vision, by the way. You have a vision for your loved ones. Even during this time that we're in right now, many of you want to write a check for someone's health care insurance. Some of you want to write a check to make sure that someone has food on their table, or maybe you just want to send your kids to a school of your choice right now, and it takes resources, which means it takes revenue to make that a reality, by the way. And then the third vision you have is you have a vision for the people way out here, all those people you were called to serve that you can't do by yourself. And in order to accomplish it, it takes some resources. And I always like to say, imagine you're Noah in the Bible, and you don't have to be a believer. That's not the point here. But I am a believer, but you don't have to be one. And imagine you're Noah in the Bible, and you're on a mission. And before you get started, you have all the experience. You've got all the expertise, and you're ready to get going. You even believe you can do it. And then right before you get started, there's a knock at the door. And imagine for a moment, someone says, Noah, over here. What? There are no hammers in the house, Noah. Okay. I don't panic. It's cool. Yo, Noah. Yo, over here, me. What's up? There's no nails either. Gotcha. No hammer, no nails. I'm feeling this. No, I might as well confess, if you're looking at me, that there's no wood and there's no people. That's a problem. Good luck on this mission. And maybe that's you. You're ready to get going, but you need resources to execute and revenue to make it happen, to get the reality to be what it needs to be. And this morning, this evening, this afternoon, no matter what time it is, wherever you are in the world, you've got Robin here. And she's going to talk about how you can use this business style energy to have more profits and more peace. What's up, Robin? Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. I am so excited to be here and humbled. I have to say, absolutely humbled that I get to be a guest and be in your energy and your space, because you are off the charts awesome.
Thank you so much. It's an honor and a privilege. Can we just address the elephant in the room? I mean, folks probably want to know, Shay, what is this? I mean, this whole energy thing. Because energy means different things to different people. And they read that energy is the secret weapon behind business leaders. So they're like, first, what is energy? What is your definition of energy? So we can all at least be on the same page.
Yeah, absolutely. So, energy, like you said, it does mean a lot of things to different people, but the bottom line is it's that invisible force that makes things move, right? I mean, even in physics, that's what energy is. And energy is also it's emitted from us. Like our bodies are energetic bodies. Like when they talk, we have an electrical system in our body. It emits a frequency, right? So, so I'm hanging out with you right now, and it's so easy for me at what is it, 11 p.m., 10:59 p.m. to be upbeat and happy and energetic, right? Whereas if I'm hanging out with somebody else who's like, then I'm picking up on that. And my energy, my mood, my emotions, it will start in training. You ever walk into a room and it's like, man, it is so thick in here, the tension's so thick in here you can cut it with a knife,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
You are picking up on the energy. It's an energetic imprint that's emitted or left over, right? By it could have been a situation that just occurred in the whole room. It could be one person who's just so super angry. You can feel it like emanating from their body. That's energy. Some people call it a vibe, right? Oh, only good vibes. Oh, that one gives me a bad vibe. That's all energy or expressions of energy. Make sense?
No, that makes a lot of sense. If for folks that are out there watching right now, like Danny that's out there watching, what's going on? Danny says he's in West Virginia representing up in the house. And you also have the one and only Shelby Fontaine that says, what's up, Robin, out there? And so many folks that are tuned in right now. I can't get to everyone, but they're watching right now. And all of you watching, you can do us a favor. You can have some energy. You can hit the share button. You can hit the watch party button. And Robin's perfectly okay with this. I'm sure you have her permission to do this as well. And you can pay this message forward to your community. You can copy paste the link or hit the share button and put that right on your personal page or put it into your group. And I know if you're watching the podcast, you can't do it on Apple TV. I get it. But you can tell someone about it. Now, we appreciate that. Every single one of you, thank you for sharing it. Thank you for helping someone else right now. I promise you tonight will be a good use of your time. Robin, you're talking about this energy that's needed. And you get a chance to work with business leaders, entrepreneurs, marketing executives, therapists, and likes behind the scenes. What holds them back? This can't be new that they need to be in a good mood. What holds them back from making sure they have the right energy so they can perform at an optimum level at all times, no matter what the circumstance? So I guess the question is, what's some of the biggest challenges facing business owners and leaders today?
Man, it's so varied. I mean, obviously, right now
Mm-hmm.
with COVID, it's that alone, the extra stress that occurs from so many people have to pivot their businesses right now. And that stress messes with their energy, right? It takes them out of balance. And when you're out of balance, like there's so many different ways to clear your energy, but you're not thinking straight. And it's really hard to remember to clear your energy. I tell my clients it's like taking a shower and brushing your teeth. And if you can't remember to clear your energy every day, put a post-it note up on your mirror, and you can do something while you're brushing your teeth. You can do an exercise while you are taking a shower, right? But I take it a step further and I clear the energy of the business, which also takes on these imprints, just in the way I was talking about the room.
Mm.
So the pivoting is one thing. They have a lot on their mind. They're busy. You're busy, right? I mean, taking on a new habit is hard. It's just hard. And so I'm there to support them through that. And with the energy, I help them through their mindset as well. I help them with their decision making. I help reduce the mental load so that they can take their mind, their genius, and put it into those profit producing activities,
Mm.
right? They have more time for that because there's less chaos in their heads. There's less chaos in their business because I've created an energetic environment that's more peaceful.
We're gonna get into a moment this whole Juno method, but before that, can we slow down and then we'll speed up? Tell folks that are meeting you for the very first time, take a minute or two and kind of tell them a little about the backstory, the narrative that led you to where you are today. You didn't just fall off the bed, I don't think, one day and said, you know what? This is me. I'm going to bring energy to the world. Take a moment, if you would, and kind of let them know, like, who is Robin and what led her to where she is today.
Ah, man, that's always a big question. So I always was a little bit, into all that. They call it witchy stuff, tarot cards. It's always in psychics. It's always intrigued me. And, but growing up in the church and all that, it's like, that's kind of, no, don't touch that stuff, right? So I never really understood what the truth of it was. So I stepped away. And then what happened, and honestly, I can't even tell you what year it is anymore that it happened, but my mom had passed away. And that led to a series of events where I ended up having a nervous breakdown. And I ended up not, having to leave the family business. And I was on two antidepressants. I was on a mood stabilizer, and I was on Klonopin, which is like Valium, a long-lasting Valium. That was just to get me through the day, literally, so I wouldn't kill myself. And I had two young kids, one of them who has autism. I did not want to leave them with that legacy. And that was where my dark night of the soul was. So I finally one day, I mean, I was seeing the psychologist 4 to 5 times a week. And so finally we got to the point where I was like, I need to get out of this bed. I need to come back to life. I need to start living again. I need to be here for my kids. It was a long road of healing, but that road led me to things like yoga and Reiki. Now, I mentioned, I think, I don't remember if it was when we were chatting quietly or before or whatever, but one of my kids has autism. So this was when the internet was early on. And nobody told me, and nobody really knew that autistic boys went through puberty earlier than regular or neurotypical kids. Nobody told me that they had violent outbursts. And so my kid would regularly run out the door of the house towards the busy street. We'd get him back in the house. He'd be going crazy, like throwing things in his room, and it would last. It would last for like at least an hour, could be up to 2 or 3. So I had gotten my Reiki 2 certification. And this is the one where you can send healing without being in the room with the person. Now, let me tell you, first of all, I still didn't exactly believe that it was possible. So my son had one of these episodes. We got him in the house, got him in his room. I'm sitting on the steps. I'm crying because I don't know what to do. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to send this energy. I'm going to see if this works. Shay, I kid you not, 5 minutes. He was quiet. He was quiet. I walked into his room. He was sitting there quietly. Normally, I had to wait because he would attack me or throw something. And we started talking. And he's like, Mom, I don't know what happened, but I feel better.
Mm.
That was it. Like, that was my miracle. I still get chills telling that story. I still want to cry telling that story. Till this day, he's 29 now. This was 15, 17 years ago. Till this day, when he has a hard day, he asks for Reiki because he knows it'll calm him down. It's just working with the energy. And that got me on the path. Like, if I could do that when I was feeling that stressed, that scared, that down, and I had only just learned an hour before, I'd completed my class. Imagine what I could do for other people. So that's what got me on this path.
Wow. Well, thank you for one being so transparent and two being so vulnerable. We appreciate that. Shout out to you. And Faith James says shout out. She's out there watching. You bring out the all stars, by the way. Eric and Sakisha Heilig are in the house from Florida, Orlando, Florida. Stand up there in
Florida in the
Orlando,
house.
Florida. Stand up. And so many of you out there. Katisha Baptiste, who's out in Washington, D.C. Sandra Hardy, thanks for joining. Latrice is watching. Nadine is watching. So many folks are watching. Kevin, I see you out there. It's always a pleasure. If you haven't hit the share button, hit the share button right now. Hit the watch party button right now. We believe in the giver's economy. The person outgives the competition, out earns the competition. The person outgives the competition, earns the competition. Hit the share button. Hit the watch party button. Don't worry, I'm gonna ask all about this Juno method now, and this whole thing that manifesting requires this certain amount of clarity of your energy. And let me tell you, as I have my AARP card now, and I'm part of the Puff Daddy generation, I have remixed version of everything. I want all the energy that's due to me this second half of my life because I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. So take a moment and tell us, what does Juno method mean? As they're reading that, by the way. And what's the significance of it to entrepreneurs that are watching, like myself and so many other folks? Andre Richardson is out there, by the way. Kelvin is watching. So many folks. What's out? Shout out to all you guys. If you're out there right now and you have the right energy, do me a favor. Look below the video, and just put a number 1. You ain't got to type nothing else. Just put a number 1.
Yeah.
That's the bat signal that you're sending the right energy. You're pushing the energy out. You're pushing it out right now to the one and only Robin. Put a number 1 right below that. Let us know you're in the house. Over to you, Robin.
So Juno is actually a goddess of money, basically. Her Juno Method is what she's known as, and I chose the name Juno Method for my proprietary method of healing and clearing energy in honor of her and her ability, we'll say, to help you tap into that abundance and prosperity. And that's all Juno Method and Juno name is. Just everything I can to increase the prosperity.
If you had to share one idea, I mean, I know it's unfair to so many, but one idea that you could pass on to us as entrepreneurs, that tomorrow, after these fiber optic lines go off and there's no more lights, there's no microphone, there's no Robin on the other side saying, yes, you can, yes, you can. What's one thing people can do to create energy in their space so they can have that clarity and they can go serve the people who need them the most?
Something really simple you can do is when you go into the shower in the morning, right? Water is a conductor of energy, right? When you mix water and electricity, it's not a happy thing. However, when you think about water in terms of your own energy, you can do a few different things in the shower. The first thing that you're going to do is take a second, close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, let the water pour down on you. Imagine that it's this beautiful iridescent white, right? And just let that pour down on you. And just imagine as it's taking away just the dirt from the day before, right? Or that particular day, it's also taking away all the energy that you have that's not serving you. Maybe the energy that you picked up when you were dealing with an angry client, or when you were in the grocery store and somebody else was complaining about a mask again, right? All of that gets stuck on you. So when you just go in the shower and imagine that water is an iridescent color, an iridescent white, it will begin to move that heavy, dense energy off of you and down the drain. If you are somebody who prays, if you pray while you're doing this, man, let me tell you, It's going to amplify things 1,000,000%. And all this does is take an extra 30 to 60 seconds in the shower at any time of day. Simple, easy, practical.
And I can do that every day, by the way, just to let you know. I mean, I'm there. So I can take that extra few seconds and I can implement exactly what you said right now. I'm loving it. I'm feeling it. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to ask her for another one. Don't worry. Don't worry. But we have one. We have one that you can use right away. You can use it tonight or tomorrow, whenever you're in the shower. So important. And the reason this conversation is important is that, you know, you need energy to have the focus. You need energy to be creative. You need energy in order for you to be able to communicate at the level that you want to be able to communicate. And so I'm going to ask her, what's another idea? Don't worry. She came to serve. She came to give. So you can serve. You can hit the share button right now. You can hit the watch party button right now. Like if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. Just take some energy right now and send a little love. Push a little love right now. But more importantly, how do you give a digital applause? You can bless someone else. Hit the share button. Copy the link right now. And Robin's going to bless someone else right now. And they don't need a Cash App. They don't need a Zelly payment. So share one more if you can, just idea that someone could use to create that energy so they can manifest what they want.
So this one requires a little tiny bit of work. You need some tools, right? So sacred smoke, right? You may have heard of sage or Palo Santo or frankincense. When you go to church, right? They burn the frankincense and myrrh. All of that creates a smoke which is known to cleanse your energy field and cleanse your home. So you want to open your window a little bit. You don't want to get too close to your smoke alarms. Ask me how many times I've set them off. And you want to walk around your house with your either sage or frankincense or Palo Santo in a heat-proof container. Right? And you're just going to walk around your home and let the smoke do what it needs to do. Right? It will do the cleansing. If you want to say a prayer while you're doing that, that's fine. Go ahead and do it. If you just want to be silent, go ahead and do it. I'm all about doing what works for you in the way that it works for you. So I don't have this specific, do this way, you know? The other thing you want to do with that smoke is you want to start at your head and just let it hit your body, right? Just let it come up your body. You will feel yourself exhale. You will feel yourself exhale. Now, if you can't deal with the smoke or you're in some place where you can't have smoke, they sell sage and Palo Santo in sprays. In spray bottle, and you can use those and they will work fantastic. It's just amazing. So that's another really, really simple thing you can do to change your energy.
I love it, man. This is so spot on. You can change your energy, and the good news is it's all on you. I haven't heard yet. She said there's some factor that you need someone to come and just push you in the head or touch you, that you can create this energy. Is that what I'm hearing? Like you can be in control of creating the energy no matter what's going on around you. Am I hearing that correctly?
Exactly. Let me ask you something. Like, is there certain music that makes you feel great?
Absolutely.
Right? That helps too. That will do it too. All you have to do is make the choice to turn that music on, right? Or to light the sage, or to hop in the shower, or to say a prayer, or to go out in nature and connect with God. That's it. Technically, this isn't great for business. You don't need me, right? But I'm there because people feel better. They feel more confident. They feel like somebody has their back. They don't have to do it all themselves. But if you want to, you can. You absolutely can. And I can see things maybe sometimes you can't see, right? A doctor can't operate on himself, right? There's just sometimes he's not going to be able to do it. He can't be under anesthesia and operate on himself. So that's also where I come in. I can see some things you can't see. just because I'm coming in from a different perspective.
That makes a whole lot of sense. We're moving to a segment now called Today is My January 1st. And for the folks that are listening right now, I want you to do me a favor. Look right below the video, and write those words. Today is my January 1st. And it's a significant moment, right? And for others, you want to know, Shay, what are you talking about? Today is my January 1st. For all the new folks, welcome, by the way, welcome. Today is my January 1st doesn't represent a date on the calendar. We don't wait for that to say January 1st. We create a January 1st moment anytime we make a decision. And there's probably 1,000 decisions you could make throughout the day. And any one of those decisions could change the whole trajectory of your life. You make a decision that you're going to work out during this time, or you're going to sit back and binge watch and watch Netflix. You make a decision you're going to eat hamburgers and French fries and salt, pepper, ketchup. My son will have some hot sauce.
Yeah.
Or you're going to go and you're going to open up the refrigerator and there's some kale there. Sounds pretty good. There's some carrots. I know. You got to get the Brussels sprouts. You got to have those. That's a January 1st moment. So it's a do-over January 1st moment. It's a fresh start January 1st moment. It's my past no longer equals my future. So my question to you is, you hear those words, Robin, today is my January 1st, which is not only a belief, but it's a fresh start. What goes through your mind? What do you hear?
Well, for me, I believe every moment is a January 1st. Every moment is a fresh start. Every moment that we are here on this side of the dirt, we have the opportunity for a new beginning. And we have the opportunity to create the future that we want and create the business that we want every single minute, every single second of the day. And I firmly, wholeheartedly believe in that. So very much like your January 1st.
I love it. One of the areas we struggle with, I believe, is this whole notion around consistency. And you may have heard the phrase, because there's truth inside of truisms, that consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. I'm telling you, every time I turn around, consistency is the key. Yet, what do most people struggle with most? They struggle with consistency. So what do you share with your clients? What do you share with others in order for them to be consistent in the hashtag stay the course?
Yeah, that's a tough one. Start small. And that's really a huge problem because entrepreneurs are risk takers and they want to do everything big from the start. But I get them start small. Pick a task that you know that you can accomplish daily and start working on creating a consistent practice with that as you build up to the true task that you want to turn into a new habit. And what that does is it also helps you build trust in yourself, right? When you just do that thing that you say you're going to do, you start to realize that you can be your word. And that's one of the things that I learned from a mentor of mine is just this affirmation of I am my word. That's so powerful, especially for those of us who I think everybody here, is these people with integrity, right? They want to have integrity with themselves. They want to keep their word to themselves. So start with the little thing so that you don't let yourself down and that you see that you can be your word, especially when it comes to you.
I am my word. I am my word. I like that. I am my word. Folks might be curious, what type of clients does your firm work with? I don't know if you've even taken on any clients right now. So I guess the question is, what does your ideal client look like? And secondly, how can folks best connect with you? And as you're watching at home, or if you're listening and we're in your ears right now and you're cooking in the kitchen, it's okay, by the way. If you're cleaning, it's okay. Listen with one ear in terms of, wow, is this someone I need to work with? But listen with the other ear is, maybe I know someone and I need to share who Robin is. I met Robin, who I'll tell you about, because someone shared Robin with me. And you can do the same thing. So two-part question. What's your ideal client these days? And number two, how can they best connect with you?
My ideal client is generally a 6 to 7 figure entrepreneur. He or she doesn't necessarily have to be in a specific business. I work with all businesses. They do need to have some understanding of energy. And generally, I love working with clients who have teams, because then we get to make this bigger change, right? We're working with the business owner on their mindset and on their energy, and then we move into that with the team members, and we're able to just create this beautiful, harmonious business that way, right? So that's the short story, of who I work with. But how you can get in touch with me, super easy. You can either go to my website, which is robinjrosenhaus.com, or easier than that, you can text the word energy to 848-482-4951.
What's the
So
number
nice
again?
and simple. 848-482-4951.
I'm going to recommend that you all do that right now. Text the word right now. Energy. Give them the number one more time.
848-482-4951.
Once you text, just follow directions. Once you text, follow the directions. Stay in constant communication with the one and only Robin. Robin, we're moving to a segment now called Rapid Fire. And that's where we get to ask, I should come up with a better name than that, but we get to ask whatever questions on our mind, and you get a chance to answer it, or you can hit pass, by the way. And one of my favorite questions, and they're all my favorite questions, but this is one of my favorite questions, which is, of all the mentors that you've had along this journey of life, what's one lesson you've learned from any of your mentors that you would like to share with us?
God is good all the time.
Tell us a little more about that.
So, the way that I view God is that He is always there to support us, right? And that everything that we go through, including the tough times, like I talked about the dark night of my soul, right? And, when I went through that, there were times when it was like, man, God, why are you doing this to me? And today, I realize that it was a gift. It was a gift, because now, instead of working in insurance, I'm out here being able to help people and support people in their happiness, in their prosperity, reconnecting them with their divine selves. If I didn't go through that dark night of the soul, I would not be doing this. God is good all the time. It just takes some time to see the gift.
Love it. So well said. Take a moment and talk about the power of collaboration. Even during these times when folks operate in a place of scarcity, you can operate in a place of abundance. You and I are connected through the one and only Kim Warren Martin. Shout out to Successful and Fulfilled out there making it happen. Shout out to you, by the way. Talk about collaborate with other folks. And as you're out there watching, some of you want to collaborate as well. So how can you collaborate? You can hit the share button. You can hit the watch party button. You can pay this message forward to someone else so they can hear this message and they can have the energy that they need right now to do the things that they were called to do. It's not about them. It's about the people that they were called to serve. And someone right now is waiting on them to have the right energy. All right, talk about collaboration. Why it's important, and what you look for in your own type of collaboration partners.
I love collaborating. I mean, because it's a method of paying it forward, right? And it's so funny that you talk about that, because I reach out to people all the time, and I'm like, hey, I'm just building my network, and I would just love to get to know more about you and more about your business, because you just never know who you're gonna meet that you can pass their name on to, right? And I adore that. I love connecting people who I know are geniuses at what they do with other people. And that right there is, to me, is why collaboration is so important, because you can pay it forward. Who are the people that I love to collaborate with? Honestly, everybody. Everybody, because I always meet someone who I can make a connection with and for. So I don't judge who I collaborate with. Just want to get to know them, and if somebody needs a referral, I'm there for you. I will happily give it.
What does success look like these days for Robin?
Doing the work that I love to do.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the work that I love to do without being frazzled, without like today, today it was a busy day. I was working from 7 a.m. Here I am, 11:29, and still talking away. And sometimes, yeah, it gets tiring, but when I'm doing the stuff that I love, it just keeps filling you more and more and more. So your physical body might be tired, but you're not like this. You're not drudging. That's success. If I can do that, that's success. Keep my family's happy when I'm happy. My pets are happy when I'm happy. Everybody's happy when I'm happy. So,
I love it. I love it. Second to last question. What does Robin do for fun when she's not out saving the world?
saving the world. Oh man, I'm a personal development junkie, so I'm always, always, always reading,
Mhm.
always reading. Besides that,
Well, you
playing with
can't
the
you
dog.
can't leave us with you're always reading. Everyone must know what are you reading? Like,
What
what's
am I
one of the
reading
books you're
right
reading?
now?
There's so many books.
I am reading one book that I'm reading right now is actually recommended by the mentor that I was just talking about, and it's called Trust by Ianla Van Zant. Wait,
Trust.
this is look at this. I have it right here.
I like that. Now,
This is
what do you enjoy most about the book? Looks like you're halfway through the book.
I am. I'm about halfway through because
And
it's
it's,
one
it
of
is
those
actually a
books.
hardbound book. Like, I don't see too many of those anymore. I mean, I'm an
No, no,
audiobook
no.
guy.
It's a soft cover. It's a soft cover.
Yeah, I mean, but I don't see any
But
soft covers anymore. I mean, my whole
oh
library is here, but on the phone. But you got a book, so you're like literally reading the pages.
yeah, that book is not in print. That is not in print. And all of us who are in the program with this mentor, like we've been all looking for that book. What I really love about it is it truly breaks down how to create self trust, how to create trust in God, how to create trust in the universe, life, and how to create trust in others without becoming oh, I can't think of the word naive. Without being naive about it. It's about being realistic. And I think that's just so important because a lot of us, especially those of us who want to help other people, like we want to see the best in everybody. And even though that exists on a soul level, their personality isn't always that way. And so we need to learn how to trust while recognizing the personality so that we can set boundaries. That's what I love
Mm.
about that book.
Yeah, I love it. Well, let me first say thank you so much for being on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. You've got this heart to give. You have this heart to serve. You're truly amazing. You're incredible. I certainly appreciate the one and
Thank
only
you. Thank
Kim
you.
Warren Martin for connecting us together, successful and fulfilled. And all of you who are watching, we appreciate you. I want to turn over to you, Robin, to have your final thoughts. We got to have you back on the show. This is just so incredible. Energy is needed. Your final thoughts, your final comments as you close us out, and tell them once again how they can best connect with you. Then any final thoughts or words you have. But again, thank you so much for being on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. We certainly appreciate it.
Well, thank you. I can't even tell you how much fun that I had. And this was really, it truly was an honor. I really appreciate it. Best way to connect with me, the easiest way is to text energy to 848-482-4951. Mm, Final thoughts. Final thoughts really, you know, I would say don't judge your desires. If you're a business owner and you have a desire for a successful business, you're here to serve in some way, shape, or form. Don't judge how you desire that business to look. Don't judge the financial impact that you want to achieve. Don't judge if you're one of those people who wants the big car, the big house and the fancy car. Do not judge that, because if you have that true heart's desire, that came from God. And he is placing in front of you, he has given you, he's downloaded you with the idea for this business. That's a divine download. And that business is your way of serving so that you can express your joy in the world. And you can buy that house and bless the realtor and the builder and everybody else who helped you to get that house. Don't judge it. These desires are divinely downloaded to you. And when you don't judge and allow yourself to want what you want and go for it in the way that fills your heart and soul, you are raising your energetic vibration, and people will want to be around you. Just like we love being around Shay, he brings this joy and this happiness to us because he is allowing himself to do what he knows he's divinely here to do and have what he's allowed to have or wants to have. That's what I would say.
Thank you so much. Said so well. With that being said, thank you again. We certainly appreciate you being Robin on the Happy Entrepreneur Show. And for all of you who've watched it, well, thank you for tuning in. All of our new viewers, we say hello to you. Come back again, by the way. Please make sure you come back. Do me a favor if you haven't. Hit the share button. If you haven't, pay this message forward. Hit the like button. Stay in contact with us. I want you to know as you're watching right now that you've got greatness inside you. You've got the energy that today is your January 1st. You've got the energy to have the clarity you want to achieve your goals. And that today is your January 1st because she gave you some tools you can use in order to be more focused, to have more concentration, and to be more creative. And at the end of the day, isn't that what you need as a business leader? To go out there and really tackle the problems you were called to tackle. With that being said, I want you to put your sunglasses on because I believe the future is bright. And for you as you're watching out there, the best is still yet to come. The best is yet to come. The best is yet to come. With that being said, my name, for those folks who want to know who's doing all that screaming, who's doing all that yelling, my name, by the way, is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. And I promise you from the bottom of my heart, we'll make some good things happen. We connect again next time. Remember, though, that time is long. Life, on the other hand, is very, very short. So you got to live in that moment, and you got to make it count. God bless. We wish you success. Thanks a lot, Robin. We're out of here. Peace, everyone. You all rock.
Thank
We're
you.
gone. Thanks a lot. Bye. Promise I made to my mom. I only did this message for one person, and that's my mom. This is for you, Mom. Love you. My name is Shay Brown, the Happy Entrepreneur. Make it a great day, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right,
Check.
Shay Brown.
Mic check, mic check.
All I do is win, no matter what.
Damn.
Got money on my mind, I can
Damn.
never get enough. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up.
Yes. Yeah.
And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win.
Win.
Yeah.
Thank you. God bless.